You landed a little fish, just like you. It's small, but it has plenty of fight. You gotta dream bigger than that. Let's see here, 13 rupees. Huh? Is there something caught in this fish's mouth? It's a piece of heart. This is our third. So, that means that we have... now I just need to get that bottle. Please don't see. Dang it. Dang it, okay. I'm really trying to get that bottle. Landed a little fish. It's small, but has plenty of fight. 13. Yeah. So I'm making like 3 rupees, but the problem I have is I'm trying to get the bottle, but I accidentally put it in a precarious spot. Is it precarious? It's awkward, I guess. I don't know if it's full-on precarious, but, you know. Anyway. So, I should be able to get the bottle this time, though. Because that fish should not be causing me any problems. Yeah, okay. I'll keep going. I don't know. I figured that I had a bunch of rupees, so I might as well just do the fishing minigame now. Because of the fact that, you know, or at least part of it. I want to at least get the bottle. That's the big thing. I believe... I wouldn't say more fish are unlocked as you go, but rather, well, I mean, more fish are unlocked, but I forget what you get for capturing different fish. I think there's a second heart container involved. I doubt I'm going to full-on beat this game in this recording session tonight, so I might look back at some of my, more complete files that I have and, you know, try and learn from them. Okay, what we want to do here is perfectly time it so that he doesn't notice. Okay, cool. We got the bottle. And that is, it's a fairy bottle. It's good for storing fairies for later. That is all I really wanted from this, minigame. For now, I forget what else is there, but, I don't know. Cool game, I guess. It's okay. Not my favorite. I remember struggling on it for one reward. I can't even remember what it was, though, really. Anyway, hello there, people who have access to the internet and who are currently using it to watch this video. My name is Pun Food, or just Pun if you prefer. And, I said I would go to Tail Cave this time. But for now, I want to come here. 200. I don't have that much. 200. Never mind. I don't want to come here. And no, I won't be showing off how to steal from the shop because I am a good person. Anyway. Crane game. Was there anything else I could win aside from... Oh, I could win a secret seashell. So, I figure that I will try and get this... I'm just trying to finish up on a few more village, like, you know, things. I don't think I'm gonna grab it this time. Ooh, maybe... The secret shell is prone to fall out like that. At least on the first play. I think on the second play, when you grab it from that angle, it becomes a bit easier. But it is still fairly difficult. We'll see if this one's any better. Oh, that's might fall out again. Barely. Okay, cool. I only have 68. No, I'm good for now. Okay. Let's grab the secret shell. What was happening with that animation there? Put it here and hear those whispered secrets. Is that different dialogue than the other ones? Maybe all the shells have a different dialogue. Other ones. By other ones, I mean other one, because I thought we had more, but I guess not. Anyway. with that, we do have the canned food. So, while Tail Cave isn't down this way, a side quest is. And, or next part of a side quest is. So, I want to go quickly do that. Should have shielded. Like, I saw it coming and I'm like, Anyway, heading into this house that's close down by the beach that you need the sword to get into. Oh, you can walk over here. I feel like I made that realization, but forgot about it. Anyway, what's that you have? It's canned food. For heaven's sake, man, give that to me, please. I'm gonna lose it if I can't get that can. Here you go. Oh, thank you. I'll take that. All right. I don't know if you're supposed to eat it like that, but I guess that's something you can do. Anyway, no, it's not a fair trade, but here's some bananas. Yum. Alright. Good deal. Guess so. I wasn't going to eat the canned food. So, that side quest is now progressed. I know where I have to use those bananas. Make sure you do that now, because if you don't do it now, it's honestly a bit of, it won't be too much of a pain to do later, but it's easy to forget about if you don't just get it out of the way now. Because, you will need to do that quest. It's not optional. So, yeah, make sure you do it. Anyway, just taking out the Octoroks as we make our way over here to the Tail Cave. Hello. There we go. Alright. Tail Cave, keyhole, tail key. Simple enough. I don't know that that's how keyholes work. I don't think they just disappear. But, sure. Why not? Anyway, we unlock the Tail Cave. I do want to check. I have a fairy bottle. I could put that... Well, if I find a fairy, it's good. But, we have the tail key system. I'm going to make a save here. A conscious save. And looking at the map, it's just going to fill out some of the stuff. But, the map does glow around the next objective, which is another nice change between this version and the other one. And the map actually has detail on it compared to the Game Boy Color. Nothing else. Just wanted to fill in the map for the sake of completion and just stuff. Welcome to level 1, Tail Cave. This is our first dungeon, or I guess level as they're calling them in this game. And it's pretty simple. You just solve puzzles in each room, get some small keys. It can open a locked door, by the way. And this room's puzzle is defeat all enemies. This room's puzzle is... Get the piece of power. Is just defeat all the enemies as well. But it's also... Open the chest and get the compass. This is much improved compared to... This one now shows you where all the treasures are, versus on the Game Boy Color, I believe it would only show you, or only ding if there was a key in the room, not a treasure chest, but a key, and it would only show you where the boss was. So this compass is much better. But in the most modern Zeldas, that information is already in your map, like if there's a chest. Well, maybe not the chest, maybe, but at least, you know, where the boss is and your objectives and whatnot. Anyway, this one was the simplest step on the button. This is actually a pretty good dungeon for introducing key concepts. Get it? Key concept. Anyway. This door is a one-way. So this is the first time we have, like, a branching choice. But this is the... You have to go through this room if you don't take the other path, or even if you do, if you miss anything in the earlier rooms, you will have to go back through that way, because that door with a suspiciously person-shaped, you know, indent is a one-way door. So yeah. Anyway, you got the map. So this actually fills out all the rooms with detail. Pretty cool, but this gives you the basic formatting of defeat all enemies, usually nets you rewards, showing you how to defeat the enemies, showing that stepping on switches is a thing, all that stuff. We could use our small key on that hole, but I don't feel like it. I believe... Is that not in this game? No, that's in a different Zelda, I think, where the magic powder works like that. Anyway, we got another small key. They give you a lot, but they're teaching you about, I guess, it's not really as much a thing in this game, but sometimes, you know, if you use a key in one place, it will lock you out of using a key in another, or, like, you'll not be able to get some secrets, because you only get a key if you take the secret path to open the main path again. So, you know, so I hate that kind of dungeon where it's like, oh, there aren't enough keys for every door, or like, if you use a key on this to progress through the main path, you can't unlock the secret path. I call those type of dungeons that I hate, key source management dungeons, where you have to manage your key sources. Anyway, but I don't think that this game really has any of those. I'm actually honestly trying to think of if there is one. In this game, I don't think there is. The beakless statue is saying something, you can't make it out. So, if you have the owl beak, you can go to these statues for a hint, and it would tell you to push the block. And now, I'm glad that they allow you to have, you know, that they don't have me, because I would have to swap out, on the Game Boy Color, I would have to swap out my magic powder for my shield, or my shield for my magic powder. And so when I got to this room, I would have to switch between my magic powder to my shield again. Which, you know, kind of sucks. And honestly, I don't think the shield is that worth it to have equipped, because there are so many better items in Link's Awakening. But on the Switch, because it's its own button, I think it very much, you know, you should be using your shield. Anyway, there's hearts that we can't get some reason, and blades, but also Rock's Feather. You got the Rock's Feather. It feels like your body is a lot lighter. You might even say as light as a feather, but you know. I'm gonna... Oh, do I prefer it on X or Y? I'm gonna put it on... This allows you to jump. This is possibly the best item in all of Zelda. It makes 2D Zelda superior to 3D Zelda in every way, because 2D Zelda is an actual platformer now. Anyway, I believe this item only appears in this game, the Oracle games, and Minish Cap. I don't know if any other games where this appears, because auto-jumping is a thing in 3D Zelda, and Breath of the Wild / Tears of the Kingdom have a jump button. But I personally love this item, and I basically never unequip it. It is permanently either on my X or Y slot. No, we're going to stick with Y. Y feels more fluid if I'm trying to use my sword. But yeah, if you jump and swing, you have an overhead strike, and you can even charge up, or maybe it was... No, you can't do the overhead spin slash, it's only in 2D areas. But that also explains why there are 2D areas. This is teaching you how to jump with Rock's Feather slightly. Overall, I'd say this is a pretty good first dungeon for teaching the player the basics. Of course, if you know all the basics and like where to find stuff, you're pretty set. But I don't know, it's still really good. If we come up over this way, we got this guy, which reminds me of a Buzzy Beetle, but I don't know if it is. I feel like it might just be some other enemy. Thanks, game. I know there's a thing here. Nightmare key. You can open the door to the Nightmare's lair. Cool. So you need that to get to the boss. Essentially, there are 2 key items in a dungeon. The dungeon item and then the Nightmare key. You have to find both to successfully make it to the boss, because usually the boss is locked behind something to do with the key item. I think there's only 1, maybe 2 dungeons where you don't explicitly need... No, there's only like 1 dungeon in this game where you don't explicitly need the dungeon item to make it to the boss. But Zelda games are technically Metroidvanias, all the way back to the first one. Which is interesting that it's not called a Zeldavania then, but I guess Zelda evokes different feelings than Metroid when we talk about like Metroidvanias. Oh my god. You're supposed to line up the shapes. Okay. Dang it. Okay, heart. Why am I so bad at defeating these guys? Oh my gosh. Okay. There we go. Oh my gosh. Ugh. This isn't even required. Why am I doing this to myself? Okay. There we go. Got him. If you kill them with diamonds, they turn into rupees, and if you kill them with hearts, they turn into hearts. Spades and clubs do nothing. But you have to match all 3. Pretty cool. Anyway, you found a stone beak. Basically, this is just acts as you found the way to get hints. And he'll tell you turn aside the spined ones with a shield. Actually, I don't know that... Oh yeah, that all says that. I'm low. Like, really low. But I'm confident in my abilities, so... yeah. We now face this slime guy. And, nothing much to report here other than just swing at him a couple times and he'll die. Anyway, fairies, if put in bottles, do not revive you in this game. They just act as potions. Set it free anytime you want to get healed. And then these act as warps to the front that you have to stand in for a little bit to make them activate. Well, now I'm feeling like maybe I should set that to X. Anyway, one thing I do want is I do want to search for a couple of easy to get hearts. Don't really need piece of power. There we go. Okay. I just mainly want... No. Figuring this out is gonna take a minute. No, I think I put feather on X. And then I put powder on Y so I don't accidentally use my fairy. Anyway, I'm basically always gonna have Rock's feather equipped because it is the best equipable item in the game. But here we are. Our first boss. Buzz, outsider. It's Moldorm, back for his 3rd appearance. Moldorm was a boss from A Link to the Past, and he made his reappearance in this game, and he also made a reappearance in A Link Between Worlds. I don't necessarily remember if he made any other appearances as well. I think it would be cool to see him adapted for a 3D Zelda game. But, you know. I'm not a big fan of 3D Zelda. I much prefer 2D Zelda games. That was close. If you end up falling in the hole... Moldorm can hurt you with contact damage, but his main thing is that he tries to knock you in the holes, and if he does, you get dropped to a safe zone, and then you get a chance to heal up and come back and fight him, but his health is reset, and if you fall in again, you don't get a chance to heal again, if that makes any sense. I'm not going to bother showing that off because we beat him the first time, and we get a heart container. Your maximum number of hearts increased, and your health has been refilled too. Alright. And past Moldorm, is our first of 8 gym badges. I mean instruments. This is the Full Moon Cello. Swamp. A path opens in the blooms. Well, alright then. We got the thing, so what else is there to do? Oh, yeah. Get interrupted by Mr. Owl. Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take? Hoot! That's an instrument of the sirens. I have to admit, at first I did not believe you were real. That instrument, along with the 7 others in the set, has the power to wake the windfish. You must collect them all. I was instructed to give you directions. Your next goal is north, in Guaponga Swamp. Hoot indeed! Hoot indeed. What does that mean? Hoot indeed? Whatever. Anyway, now we can jump over these holes. And that gives us newfound freedom of movement as we try to go elsewhere. Apparently it also gives these kids a heart attack that we can jump. Hey buddy, it's serious. Yeah, really serious. Yeah, it is. The moblins came to the village. Yeah, that's right, a whole gang of moblins. Then, it's for real, they all went to the house. Yeah, that house. And then they did something at Bob Wow's house. It was a really bad scene with the moblins. So, I mean, it might be faster to find out for yourself what happened. I guess. I didn't think it was too difficult to understand that the moblins attacked. Aye, it's terrible. My Bow Wow has been dog-napped by moblins. Oh, please, somebody help my poor Bow Wow. I guess I will. Anything else I really need to do around here? Not really. Okay, let's go help. Oh my god, I feel so slow. And just generally the movement does feel a bit off, but I think that I'd rather have this movement than have the inventory system of the Game Boy Color release. Just personal preference. So now we have to get to the whatever you want to call it. Wherever the moblins are. And they are through the forest. We can go that way later. Oh, you know what? Oh, I don't have enough for the shovel, do I? Dang it. Okay. And you can't sell items, I don't think. Okay. Cool. Anyway, now that we can jump, we can also access this piece of heart. Which, you got 4 pieces of heart. Your maximum number of hearts increased. And your health has been refilled too. Anyway. Why am I stumbling over words? I need to work on my pronunciation of stuff. Tall heights. Can't pick this up. Anyway. But around here, are these guys moblins too? Like, how do we distinguish? These guys have to be like moblins, I guess. But you're close to Tall Heights. Dompe's shack is nearby. Anyway, with that pointed out, this is the moblin hideout. So, the windfish in name only, for it is neither. It's neither wind nor fish, I guess. But now, we're the moblin hideout. Yeah, who's a suspicious looking runt? Okay, boys, let's get rid of him. Alright. Gotta take out the moblins. It's not too bad, just making sure you know how to use a shield to stagger your enemies. And, I guess, block spears. Or projectiles. And once you're past them, we reach this guy. You must be an assassin sent by Madame Meow Meow to rescue the mutt. Okay. What? Question. Why would she send an assassin to do that? And second of all, why do you have, like, knowledge of an assassin on this island? Like, I guess it's not too suspicious. But, like, why do you jump to that conclusion? You came here to get me, but it is I who will get you. Alright, he's invincible. I cannot damage him until he charges into the wall and becomes stunned. See, he just blocks. So, get out of the way as he charges and attack him as much as possible. And make sure you're using your shield. Okay. This time, he will screech to a halt before hitting the thing if you're not, like, right there, I believe. But he's dead in, like, that was, like, 6 hits. Not too bad. Anyway, I guess I'll use the fairy now, since my only fairy bottle is already full. But, oh, we have to talk to the dog as opposed to unchaining it from the rock. I remember that wrong, I guess. You say, Bow Wow! What a fearsome beast! And now, you know, we have become the Chain Chomp, I guess. I don't know. Chain Chomps were always, like, at least as a kid, Chain Chomps were probably, like, my least favorite Mario enemy for me to deal with. Like, I always struggled with them for some reason. I think maybe I thought that their chain could also hurt me or something. Or, like, I always felt like getting hit even once when I was younger in Mario was just the worst, is what I remember. Like, I always thought, like, that was game over. Maybe I just didn't get power-ups. I don't know. Hoot! That is a fearsome-looking animal you have there. Oh, I mistook the L for an exclamation point. Oh, my God. I'm so... Do not forget, the next instrument is in Gopanga Swamp. I won't, Mr. Owl. Anyway. So... There's the swamp, and it's blocked off by boulders we cannot lift. Let's explore. Hey, Dampe. Hey, you made it out here. Hey, you made it out here. That speaks well of you. Maybe you can help me out with a little job. I'm Dampe, and my job around this island is to dig up interesting stuff. When you have some time to spare, come see me in my shack over there. Okay. Nothing else here for us right now. Wait. Oh. Huh. Interesting. Never realized that that was a slight slope. But in these woods are pretty easy to navigate. On the Game Boy, though, they would be a bit harder. There's nothing in here aside from a couple of secrets that we don't really need, like this piece of heart. But on the Game Boy, these could actually be a maze if you didn't have the entire map memorized. And you'd be lost in here, and there would be nothing in here for you really to do. So, but Bow Wow tells you where you need to dig if you need to dig somewhere. Unfortunately, I think that you're only allowed to use Bow Wow. You might be able to come back and grab Bow Wow after you return him, but I can't remember that too well. Anyway, how many rupees do I have? 128. Still a bit off. Unfortunately, we can't access that house until after we've obtained the thing. Anyway, we also have this graveyard, or the cemetery, I guess, with really hard to defeat spookies, I guess I think is what they're called. I don't fully remember this one. Okay. So it was like this, but I don't know if this works. You both to have both remarkable power and courage enough to face this trial alone. Way will not open for cowards. I don't know if that's referring to Bao Bao, or if that's referring to I need to do something a bit more specific. I was gonna see if I could do that early, but I guess not. I'll wait a bit to do that, but you know. Anyway, let's head over here. Mysterious Forest. Alright. But you can already see what I mean about short game. There are 8 instruments, and if you get 1 instrument per level, that is, you know, basically, well, you know, 8 levels. And since I did 1 level in 1 episode, you know, you can start to see how, yeah, it probably won't last more than 10, maybe 12 episodes if I really go secret hunting. Anyway, nothing too useful back there until we have a couple more upgrades, from what I remember. I'm going off mostly memory here. I might look up a couple specifically about some of the more obscure secrets later. If I find that I need to. I shouldn't, though, because I remember that I was playing this game, like, over and over. Like, for, you know, I would beat it and then I would start another save again. Anyway, in the swamp, you need Bao Bao because, Bao Bao can eat the flowers. And I need the fish to pop back up so I can... Thank you. For the sake of completion, can you just jump that? Thank you. Anyway, it is highly important that we chomp every flower we can and get all the secret chests because they probably have money which will go towards paying for a couple items at that shop. There we go. I thought there was a chest down here. Is that the only chest? Thought there was another one, but whatever. Cool. I'm going to... There we go. Bao Bao will eat up all these flowers, and... I guess we'll enter this cave. Bao Bao, you're kind of... Thank you. Next time! But for now, my name has been, and will be tomorrow, and the day after that, 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 and always will be Pun Food. You know, I've realized that I really enjoy the design of the Chain Chomp now. Like, it's just kind of a sphere with, you know, a mouth and teeth and eyes. But, like, I don't know, something about it just feels so classic. And, like, sure, the Goomba is pretty good, but I don't know. I think the Chain Chomp has always been a favorite Mario design of mine. And I hope it never changes.